Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, here. I was surprised when y- I lost your face in my monitor.
Yeah.
So here. Okay.
Mà già chứ cũng không có kinh doanh được
Can you
gì
hear
mấy
it?
cây trái
Yes, I can hear.
thu. Cũng tính làm thời gian thì cũng vì rước cha mẹ lên trên này làm trên này cho nó vững hơn.
And this is also part of the issue. Climate change hits the poorest the hardest. With food insecurity, low incomes, and a lack of safe living conditions, they are the most vulnerable to changes. It's creating an impossible situation for some who, whilst feeling the pressure of climate change, can't find better prospects elsewhere.
Năm thì mấy năm trước một năm làm được 3 vụ, rồi năm nay một năm làm được có 2 vụ mà không chắc ăn nữa. Rồi thì gia đình thì cũng như khi nào mà có ruộng lúa thì ở nhà thì làm, còn không có thì ai muốn gì làm nấy.
Have you thought about moving to the city because of the impacts of climate change?
Tương lai thì giờ cũng ráng thì trồng cỏ thì nuôi bò.
Chắc không có di chuyển, bị gì sống nông dân ở dưới quê thì sống nó quen rồi. Giờ nếu mà mình coi cái việc nào mà mình thích hợp á, thích hợp với khí hậu á, với thời tiết đồ á, thì mình làm chứ giờ.
In the mix of current challenges, human factors make the effects all the more severe. Further up the Mekong Delta, a number of dams in other countries are directly impacting water levels and fish migration in Vietnam. The government is trying to help. They've created relocation programs for families in vulnerable areas. They've also put dikes in place to try and help mitigate the impact of flooding. But some local scientists are concerned the dikes are affecting the delta's ecosystem. So, what's being done about it?
I think we can start now. First, we have Dr. Long. I think you already know what he studies. He studies about the floods and dikes in Mekong Delta.
Thank you very much. So, today I would like to take some minutes to talk about an overview of the challenges related to climate change and also to water in the Mekong Delta.
I myself felt desperate about the situation. We have hope in this workshop because we believe that youth are the agent for change.
Lynn gathered students from across the country and Delta region for a workshop to learn about the environment and how to film. Experts come to give lectures and the students spend time in affected communities. By showing people in Vietnam the extent of the impact, she hopes people will take greater action to protect the region.
The knowledge is not really deep. We need to raise the awareness to a higher level so that they can understand the problem. Think about it like a challenge and you will solve it, like the puzzle.
If we want to convince our parents to be more conscious about the environment, we need to do something ourselves first.
Because in the past we are very poor, we need more industry, so we don't care about environment. In the future, we need to balance that.
Campaigns in general are just being done by youths.
How do you think older people feel about what you're doing?
Well, there are some people, they support us very positively, but some they take it for granted maybe, or they even think like we are crazy.
Really? Knowing that there are people in your country who you can take it seriously despite the effect it's having, how does that make you feel?
I think we will just still willing to share what we are doing, to let them know that they are still us who want to help your life to be better.
This is such a big problem. Do you feel like you can make a difference?
Yeah, I mean, things start from small changes, but at the same time, it requires the whole ecosystem to collaborate, from the governmental sector to the public.
Looking forward, climate scientists are also concerned about people who have fled the delta. Cities also face pressure as temperatures rise, so the problem isn't going away. What happens here in Vietnam isn't unique. The World Bank estimates that over 140 million people could be internally displaced by 2050 because of climate change. Vietnam is both a warning and an example of how the world will have to adapt and change.
Okay, so that would be all for that video.
Yes.
Okay. So now, did you know all these problems existed?
Yes. I heard that before, um, but I didn't remind.
Yeah, so it was actually that deep. Have you been to Mekong?
No, never.
Okay, so
I don't ever.
never. Yes, it's quite distant from the city.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've done watching the video, so here for question number two, you answered to well, your answer was that you don't really know much about the effects of climate change. So
Yeah.
now that we're done watching the video and you've seen the bigger picture of climate change, okay, let's see what's your answer for number three. So here, how will climate change affect Vietnam?
How will climate change affect Vietnam? Um, in the future, uh, climate change, because Vietnam is the country near sea.
Yes.
So when the um, uh, when raising uh, high the higher level water, it can make Vietnam country uh, destroy Vietnam.
Yeah. Yes. Or it can, like some part of Vietnam, can sink.
Yes.
It's another one. Yes. Okay. 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 Very good. So, how about this next question? What are the negative impacts of climate change in agriculture?
Culture.
Like,
Yes. Uh, in the um, Mekong, when climate change, the water will be silt. So they didn't plant the what is it? Where from me? Party. No. Yeah. Party.
the-
Yes, they didn't uh, do farmer.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So they didn't do or they can't grow crops. Is that what you mean? They can grow plants, grow crops.
Yes,
Okay, like rice and vegetables.
yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, very good. So that's the negative impact of climate change. When we talk about agriculture aspect. So here, next is what is the action or what are the actions response of Vietnam for climate change adaptation?
Mm, Action spread one. Uh,
Yeah. Well, what are the preventive actions that the Vietnam government is doing so that it can adapt to the climate change problem?
mm,
Because
uh, I can hear in the video. I
okay,
can't hear.
okay, but based from your based on your prior knowledge, your general knowledge, have you observed any actions from your government? Because of course you have to adapt because it is happening now. So right now, your Vietnam is facing climate change problems. So are the what are the actions that your government is doing so that despite of the problem about climate change, uh, they can still they can still go on with their projects, with their life. Like for example, um, in regards to agriculture, okay,
Uh,
because your crop is very is it's mainly affected by the climate change. Do you have any projects that are helping your farmers so that they can adapt with this problem?
yes. When the climate change affect the agriculture, uh, uh, to adaptation. Uh, I think we have to plan other uh, other cheese uh, can grow in the salt water.
Oh,
Okay.
like so you have researchers or scientists and then you developed a variety of rice that can grow with water, which is
Yes,
affected also like salt water because oh, so you have that project, you have that technology.
yes, something like that.
Yes, it's a technology because I think those are hybrid crops, hybrid rice.
Yes.
Oh, okay, very good. I just I just found out that information. Okay. Okay, so next question is personally, how did climate change affect your life?
in my life I didn't saw anything affect my life, because I live in Hanoi City,
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay.
the atmosphere is good now.
Okay, so so personally, you didn't notice any change.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's okay because this is just a question. It's whether you experience a change or not. But okay, so based on your answer, you didn't notice. Okay. Okay, but here, last question. How can you make a difference in climate change? This is very important. How can you make
Yes.
a difference?
um, it is the big problem. And
Yes.
uh, it's only me, I can small thing, something like uh, don't use plastic. um, Plain the tree, um,
Yeah.
uh, tell tell everybody about the climate change, uh, mm, support them, protect the environment, something like that.
Yes. Yes. That's correct. like in the video, like the girl said, it starts small.
Yes.
Actually, it's very important if you do not if you like minimized, because it's impossible not to use plastic. It's really impossible. But just to minimize our our plastic consumption, that's a big help. So that's okay. Very good. Very good answer. I'm thinking that. Oh, I think I can make difference in climate change if I don't produce another child.
Don't
I
don't.
don't produce another human being. I'm thinking, okay, I will have a baby. I will buy diaper. I will buy wipes. And we'll buy bottles.
Yes.
But of course, that comes as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when my friends are asking me about babies, I will say, "Oh, I don't want to have babies because less baby, less human, less garbage, big help for Mother Earth."
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, your points are correct. So yes, very important. Minimize our plastic consumption. Okay, if you can plant a tree, okay, why not? Let's plant a tree.
Yes.
Okay, but anyway, you're very busy. So I like you're saving people from cancer. So I think God will forgive you if you skip planting tree.
Yes.
Okay, so we're done. So it was a very nice conversation. Okay, okay, so and okay, we are just in time. It's almost 10 o'clock, and luckily we finished our exam, our test.
That's all.
Yes, that's all. It's
Okay.
only just two tests. Okay, here the reading, pronunciation, and this comprehension, listening, and speaking.
Yes.
So that's was it hard?
Yeah. Yes, for me.
No, I don't think it's hard. Like you aced your exam.
Okay.
Okay, so very good. Okay, like so these are my comment um, for your reading. Okay, um, I think I made you read this for a few times. Okay, and you're getting better each time. Like if I compare the first time that you read this and then the very last time that I made you read this, you took note of my corrections, especially for here, fluffy, fluffy, and
Fluffy fur.
yes, fluffy fur,
Fur.
like skirt. Okay, like all the basic words. Okay, so you were able to take note of my corrections. So that's very good. But, but for your reading, when I made you read it for the very last time, we practiced this word meat. But the last time, you still got it incorrectly. Okay,
Yeah.
but this is just a word that I noticed. Meat and wiggled. But the rest, you were very careful when reading, so you got it um, almost perfect.
Thank you.
It's a very good. For your comprehension, listening, and speaking. Okay. First and two question number one, number two. This is like a giveaway. I was just measuring how much you know about climate change. So the conversation really started here. Can you make good points? And although for your grammar, here, I'll just from the question number seven. This is what you said. Only me, I can small thing.
For me, in my opinion,
I can small thing.
I
Okay.
can do. I can do.
Would you like to revise your sentence?
Uh, uh, in my opinion, I
Okay.
can do small thing.
Okay, very good. Small things. Okay. Okay. So that's it. Okay. But the rest, you were very careful for the rest of the questions. It's just that for number 7, I think you're unprepared. You're unprepared to answer,
Yeah.
or you were hesitant also to answer. So that's what you gave me. Only me, I can small thing. But here, you corrected your own. Uh, you revised your own grammar. So very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done with our test, and you really impressed me. You did a very good job. So very good. I think what that would be all for tonight. I don't have much correction anymore because
Yeah.
here we've done all the corrections here for your reading. We've done your corrections, and for your comprehension and listening, um, you got the main points of what we just watched, and I'm very happy because uh, it was a documentary. It was a very serious content, so I'm happy that it's very serious, but still you got the point and you understand very well the video. Okay,
Thank you.
and yes. Okay, and for your when you were answering, you're uh you're careful when you're giving your answer, so that's very good. There were there were incorrect grammars, but this is only I just took from your last answer. So this is what just I noted because we are also running out of time. But here, but of course you corrected your own grammar, so very good. Okay. Sometimes maybe when we're speaking, we're just getting lost
Yes.
because we're thinking about another term. What do you call that again? Like
Yes.
yes, like like for question number 1, when I was asking you how will climate change affect Vietnam? Like you were thinking about, okay, what's that term again when the Vietnam it will be destroyed. So you have this habit while oh do you have this habit um you are taking time to think of the exact word that you should use, which is very good. That's it means like you want to give a clear message to your listeners. You want to express yourself, your thoughts, and you want it to be the exact thought that you want to point. So that's why you're taking time, like, okay, what's that term again? That's very good. And
Thank
that's
you.
understandable because this is not your first language, but eventually when you talk lot and lot and lot in English, you'll get used to it.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, so these are your these three here are your vocabulary, and here we got your for your pronunciation. So okay, I think this would be all for tonight. Okay, and I just want to give you a warning on Monday before we
Yes.
start. I will not give you homework, but on Monday we will read
Next
this
step.
again more time.
Yes.
So we'll just read this again one more time before we continue our class.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, I will give you a copy. I'll just send it here. So maybe you can practice a little.
Okay.
But does it just I want to test on Monday if you still remember the corrections we made with your pronunciation. If you
Okay.
retain, if you retain um, what we did today.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so that would be all for tonight, and I think we are also done with our 1 hour session. So thank you so much for your time. I will see you on Monday, and tomorrow I know it's your rest day.
Yes.
Sleep well. You can wake up whatever you want.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much, and I will see you on Monday.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
Night.
Night.